Here we go. Yet another core set draft. And yet another fresh start. Trying to motivate myself to do better. Play better, draft better. A lot of good cards. I'm now torn between the Sunstriker's good, but the Switcheroo and the Welcome Turn. Welcome Turn, perhaps. The Switcheroo is good though. Don't forget it. So this draft comes after a good, I don't know, hour and a half or so of selling crap. As if I needed more motivation. And honestly, like, no more not playing my creature with Exalted before I attack. I've been just forgetting to do certain things and sloppy play in general. Not to mention just terrible. Some decent stuff. A lot of, playable. Pretty much everything is actually in this pack. Surprisingly. Fog Bank is great. I think Scroll Thief is better though. I like the old Fog Bank mixture better. With the little dinosaur or whatever. Is that an Urza Saga card or something? I wonder. Urza's, I don't know. Rats. Great. Essence Scatter, great. Unsummon, great. This is pretty good too. So is, sorry, the Servant's playable. Not pretty good. Decent, anyways. As much as I really do love Essence Scatter, I gotta pick that. So many good picks there. I mean, Divine Verdict, I was close to picking that. A lot of good stuff. I'll just keep passing white. That's nice. Crippling Blight. Solid. Some other good stuff. I suppose I'll take the 50 cents. Whatever it is. Not to mention I could use it, possibly. Not likely though with all the white I've been passing. Hmm. Great, 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 great. This hurts, but might be a smart move. Recently, once or twice, I've done this where I basically didn't commit to a second color early enough. Not quite had power in my second color, just a few cards. But I suppose it's not the worst thing. It's so hard to pass Krenko. But knowing I'm going to use this card, that's amazing. You know, it's like the safe pick or whatever. I just hope I don't lose to the Krenko. Blue has a hard time dealing with stuff. You know, you temporarily just buy yourself some tempo or whatever, bounce something or whatever. But it's really hard to deal with stuff like that, of course. Well, the best card is the Sunstrike. Whether it's my pick or not, I don't know. Sweet. Once again, I'll have to mention it's hard to pass mythics like that. Just see a one ticket symbol there. But I mean, sleep, that's like exactly what I need. That was like a gift for sure. It's so huge. Sleep is ridiculous. That Lich is one of those cards I'd love to play in Constructed, but limited, you're really hard pressed to use it. I have maybe once or twice when whenever last printed in, mono black, of course, with a good 4 or 5 or 6, 7, or whatever it is artifacts, you need something like that. But that Lich is playable in the right deck. I'm not sure how many artifacts there are in this format, this set. Might be harder to make it work even. Nice. Say that somewhat sarcastically. Mostly sarcastic. I remember years ago I made cards a lot more, you write down little cards you're making or whatever, fake magic cards, ideas and whatnot. One of the guys was a somewhat crappy dude, but he searched out as many Merfolk of the Pearl trying to. I'm sorry, he was a quite, yeah, I'm trying to think exactly, but pretty crappy, like a 2/2 for 2 kind of thing, 2 blue or whatever, but you got to search for a bunch of these guys. So you have to run them. Well, surprisingly, you could argue maybe the 0/1 black guy, but yeah. Don't tell me we mono blue. That rocks is good. Mono blue is really only viable if you've got, sleep or a few unsummons or some of these guys maybe or something like that. Because you really need a way to affect the board. Like you really do need pseudo removal. You don't want to be dead in the water with just some bomb dropped on you. Or, you know, I mean, even if you're confident with counterspells or whatnot, if something resolves on you, you're in trouble. But that is at least a plan, sort of get out some early stuff and have some backup counters. It's a hurting plan, but it works. It's a simple concept. Let's hope I can get some more black stuff. What's this thing on Merfolk by chance? Human. Oh my goodness. It hurts so badly to pass this card. I should be aware of that, and then it's going around at least. That was certainly the best pick. 4 scroll thieves. Thieves, perhaps? Change the F to VES. Why not? Let me do a quick count. I guess they figured Lord of Atlantis was lonely or something, I don't know. It's like, I wonder how many grizzly bears there are. Balduvian bears, and a big list of them. Of course, they started, you know, ruining it with tutus that kicker and stuff like that. Not that they were ever really amazing, but, you know, it's almost something sacred. Like I've said, this guy's quite playable, in fact. Surprisingly. That was good to see. Makes my black more viable. Like, even with this many cards that are all pretty good, you don't want to, well, most of them, you don't want to, you at least want to consider what it's going to do to your mana base. I mean, trying to play a double black spell when you're mostly another color, it's really tough. That's why you'll find cards like this, they're just invaluable. Let's start with all of those. My 3 drops are kind of crazy. By that I mean I've got a lot of them, I think. Now you could argue the negate over the rewind. But for some reason I guess I'm in the mood for a rewind. I've been passing so many of them. Let's see if I can cast that murder. Here goes nothing. Uh-oh. That's a little beefy. That's nice though, of course. My kitchen was, after submitting there, went to the kitchen to search for some food. It's really bare, and I've been munching on crackers today, and I was pleasantly surprised to realize that I had forgotten about a jar of peanut butter I had in the fridge hidden away. Makes crackers a hell of a lot better. Now, of course, you can use the sleep right now. It's not a bad idea. Draw a card, get in for 5. Most of the time, you want to wait until you've got your, your whole team, or at least a good chunk of it in, so you can just kind of, make the lethal swing, or the 2 turns of attacking, which are lethal. It's really good to save it, but at the same time, if you're wasting a lot of tempo by just not playing it, you could get in trouble. And especially, I kind of want to tap this thing so it doesn't cast something. That's funny. I suppose it's not funny. Statistically normal. The reason I didn't mind that sleep was because he was stuck on my end, so a lot more enticing. Wow, that was good. I was just going to hold the counter spell, but I don't think there's mass removal enough to bother me at the moment. I'll just play this. Hmm. Somewhat of a sketchy keep, but I don't mind it. I won't regret it. I suppose I don't mind 2 for 1-ing myself. I guess it's not quite that bad because they're rats, but still. And I should assume he's got a creature back, so might not be the best to get aggressive at that point, but I don't mind a 3 back for 2, I suppose. Not anymore, though. Oy, oy, oy. This is what I deserve, though. Worst game ever, maybe? It's gotta have like a divine verdict, and I can't think what else. You may wonder why I didn't play the Windrake. I definitely considered it, but it's kind of like a he can't attack because I can attack back and get a damage out of it kind of thing. Oh, I guess I could deal with that though, thankfully. I'm supposed to draw 3 though, more than likely. I would. Or maybe not. I suppose it depends what he's got. That makes sense. Guess he gets another one out of it, which is fair. The Welcome Turn of the Scroll Thief. I suppose I could just even save the unsummoned mana. Alright, after lucking out one of those games at least, back. And hope to win, or else I'll be spending another hour or 2 selling commons. We got a whack load of rares on commons too, but I find the commons go easier, surprisingly. Sometimes, anyways. Just depends on the set and everything. I guess especially because I'm just trying to get a certain price, so. Anyways. suppose that's fine. This is just to draw a card. Or trade with the rats, of course. Or kill it and then counter the creature that comes up. Anyways, I'm trying to gain some tempo here. Now, let's make sure I was right in that he did miss a land. It's turn 5, it says okay. Because of that, I'm hoping he doesn't have another creature and I'm just going to tap out. And I can, of course, still unsummon or murder something eventually, but it's scary to tap out, I find. If you can not all help it. If you got any kind of winning board position, you know, you want to hold your counters kind of. But anyways. No negate. Ooh. Now. Do I get in the extra damage and let that thing resolve? Or do I counter it? I really don't want to waste the counter. I'm going to think about this for a second. Once again, I'm trying to make up for the 30 or so drafts I've done of M11 or M13. 11. I don't know, probably 25 of them or something have been just terrible playing on my part. So here's one of those moments where I'm not going to worry about the clock. I'm just going to stare at the screen, stare at his cards and color, and think about everything. But I want to play the master. I suppose I don't. Unless I rip something neat. I'll let him cast it. That's fine. With 6 in the air, I'll hold my rewind for a spider or something. Well, so far so good. Let's go to maybe game 2 if I'm lucky. That was scary. It's funny how good Nighthawk is. The downpour almost wants to come in just for that. I mean, it's such a big deal, it really is. I could arguably take out a Scroll Thief. Or even the Master of the Pearl Trident, but I might in fact do that. I suppose I've got a couple answers to it. Hope this works. Now, do I have double blue? Or yes, I do. Guess that was pretty stupid of me. number one, at least number one for this draft. I guess it wasn't bad. Block. Even if he's got a trick, it's the kind of thing where you just, I mean, what are you going to do? Just wait, you know? Whatever. I'm going to block that crap all day. Unless you're really, really wanting to keep your creature, right? Unless it's like about most importance. Make them use the spell and just block it. You're not going to let anybody get any free damage. This is going to be scary, whatever it is. You know, even playing this land is a big deal. So I don't think I will. What do I do right now? That's a good rep, clearly. This is one of those examples where main phase murder, or my turn murder might be the right move. Of course, he could rip a counterspell, that's what I'm talking about. At the same time, I do have rewind. I'll maybe take even 8 damage, possibly. Or I'll just knock it off right now, I guess. Very simple choice here. Tough for me. This is 5 islands, right? Okay. Not too shabby. Oh, goodness me. I do not deserve that rip. Come on, this is extremely lucky for me. And there's the game. I'll see you guys in about, I don't know, what is it? Hopefully no time. Go get some more crackers and peanut butter. I suppose my Scroll Thief potential is bigger than the Void Stalker, who will probably get chump blocked. Or who I won't even be able to attack, of course, with. I mean, that was questionable, of course. You could argue the Void Stalker would have been the good play, hoping for a land like I did. I guess I'm greedy, hoping for the extra card I don't need. It's probably a bad play. Well, that works. Is that his own hand, or own arm he's drinking from, or she? I wonder. Kind of looks like his own arm. Maybe not. Let's see if he wants to trade. Holding the counterspell for turn 5 is kind of key. I mean, that's where the bombs, the real big bombs, start dropping. But at the same time, you don't want to be without some tempo like that playing Yeoman Drake. Uh-oh. I suppose that's why a counterspell might have been good. Let's see what I get first, I suppose. Okay, tapping out for one last turn. Hoping this isn't really nasty. I suppose that works. That one first. Or do I tap out again? Like a fool, perhaps. Let's just hope it can't deal me 5 damage. I've definitely not played this one correctly, I think. I always look for a flash freeze, even if I don't have one. This card's alright, but I don't have enough black creatures to make it great. Seems to be a really clunky deck. Certainly not. Perfect example of how my deck's really clunky. I can use some extra tormented souls or rats or whatever it is. Let's see, who do I want to throw away? Clearly a good thing. Oh snap. I was worried for a split second actually. I'm going to assume he wants to attack. Even if he doesn't, I guess I want to dead. Oh my, that's a nice rip. Thanks as usual, everybody. Appreciate it. And I'll have to talk to you really soon.